Panther Nation, what's good? Kawaan short, done for the season. Where do we go from here?
You are now tuned into the Panther Nation podcast.
Delone. He's intercepted by Kuechly. Kuechly inside the 20 to the 10 and to the end zone for another Panther.
All right, Panther Nation, here it is. So, Kawaan Short is done for the season. He has a shoulder injury, different shoulder than from the shoulder he hurt last year. It's unfortunate. He needs surgery to fix it, and listen, we all knew something wasn't right with Kawaan. I don't know whether he was trying to play with it. When we came into the season, it appeared that he was okay. He said he was healthy, ready to go, but as you can see, he's hurt. Listen, he wasn't performing very well out there, and I'm wondering if he was playing with the injury. I tend to think so. I would give him the benefit of the doubt to think that he was playing a little bit injured, and because he's better than what we saw. Okay, he is better than what we saw out there, and it's very unfortunate that he has to have another shoulder surgery on a different shoulder. So this is both shoulders jacked up. But that being said, listen, I think it's time for the Panthers to move on. I've been very critical of his performance. And listen, maybe because he was injured, I don't know what it was, but I'm just going off of what I see on the film, okay? And I was very critical, and I thought that if you look at his cap figures, it's going to be time for us to move on anyway. Next year, he carries a very big number, and I think it's going to be time for us to move on. So looking at it, in a positive aspect, as positive as this situation could be, we're going to get a look at what our defense could look like next year. And listen, the Panthers are going through a youth movement as is. He was one of the older Panthers on the team at age 31. So, again, if you want to look at it from a positive standpoint, the Panthers will get another youth infusion in his replacement or however we decide to move forward. All right? That being said, let's pay homage to the great Kawaan Short because I'm anticipating that'll be his final year with the Panthers. I could be very wrong. We could try to restructure his contract and do some things to kind of make it work moving forward. But I'm thinking that Kawaan Short, the Panther legend, is probably done here in Carolina, which is very unfortunate. But let's celebrate this man's career as it was a great career, short career. I think he's been in the league 7-8 years now. Let's go look at some of the things we've seen in the past. All right. So, where do we go from here? All right, where do we go from here, Panther Nation? We lost Panther legend and Kawaan Short for the rest of the season. Again, to put that in perspective, we are still, no matter how well we're doing right now, we're 3-2. No matter how well we're doing, we are still in a rebuild/retool. Okay. So that being said, listen, we're doing fine. We're gonna be okay without Kawaan. We're gonna have next man up. And we're going to have to do what it do, okay? Next year, I always projected forward, and I told you guys that next year, Kawaan Short was probably going to be cut anyway. The man carries a $20 million cap hit. That's second on the roster behind Teddy Bridgewater, okay? That being said, if we cut him next year, we can save $10 million towards the cap. And we can also save $14 million if we decide to do a June 1 cut, okay? We'll get into the particulars of how that works in a later segment, in a rebuild segment that I'm going to do. Next year is going to be a year where the salary cap decreases, okay? So we're going to need to save as much money as we can, and that's why I think Kawaan Short was going to be a cap casualty no matter how well he played this year for next season, okay? So we're just getting a little bit of a head start. I know it's kind of sad that I'm looking at it like that, but I do want to make sure I pay homage to Kawaan Short, and listen, he deserves all the respect and praises that he receives because it's well deserved. But at the same time, we gotta look ahead. Okay, we gotta look ahead, and again, we can save that cap money next year by cutting him. And I think that was gonna happen regardless. So where do we go from here from a roster perspective? How do we replace Kawaan Short? Well, that's not an easy answer. Okay, we got Woodrow Hamilton on the roster who has played. He's already played. In replacement of Kawaan Short already. But as far as free agency, there's a couple guys out there that we could free agency / practice squad. Okay, Damon Snacks Harrison is another guy. He's currently signed to the Seahawks practice squad, and if you listen to Pete Carroll, they don't think he's going to be ready anytime from a conditioning standpoint. So that's not a guy we can go out and plug and play. And then we also have Marcel Darius. Marcel Darius, who used to play for the Bills, former Pro Bowler. He's out there right now. I don't think he's signed on a team. Not sure if he's ready to go, but he's also, I think, 31. I'm not sure of his exact age. Somebody correct me on that. But he's another guy that can replace Kawaan Short. But I think we can probably say that the answer might be on the roster. I don't know if they're going to go out and sign somebody. I say give Woodrow Hamilton a shot to see what he can do in a few games. If it doesn't translate, go out and get somebody else. We also have Bruce Hector. Bruce Hector is another guy, the defensive tackle on our practice squad that we could leverage from in an emergency situation. So, listen, man, it's a tough day for Panther Nation. We're seeing the end of an era, essentially, in Kawaan Short. I highly doubt he's going to be back next season, given all the information that I provided. So I just want to say prayers up to Kawaan Short. Hope you get better. Thank you for all you've done for Panther Nation and the Carolina Panthers. And hopefully you will extend your career in another place and do what's best for you. But at the end of the day, your health is what matters, and hopefully you get your shoulders healthy, all right? That being said, Panther Nation, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Keep pounding. Peace.